Hi everybody, welcome back to the virtual pub quiz and yet another specialist quiz. Thank you very much for joining us. You can probably tell I'm in a slightly different setup than normal for all of the videos and the live quizzes, etc. I'm up in my spare room, means I get the opportunity to record stuff during the day. So before everybody go, normally I have to wait till everyone's gone to bed to record, but we've managed to get set up a spare room with a bit of space, so I've still got some work to do, but managed to get the banner behind me and everything, and get at least a camera and a microphone set up so I can record for you today. So we've got people and places quiz today. Now this is a tricky quiz. This is the kind of quiz round that you'd find at real hardcore quizzes, and I've resisted doing these over the last 16 weeks because I wanted to make sure it's as open for everyone. So it's still worth a go. You might still, if there's things you're not sure, you might still learn something maybe from these, but this is a quizzer's quiz, this, I think, personally. Some people might get 10 out of 10 and go, what were you talking about, you idiot? And some of you might struggle, but that's the whole point of a quiz, is to get out there and give it a go and see what you do know and what you do learn. So I'm going to try and do a few different ones like this on the specialist rounds over the next few weeks, especially with us moving now to specialist quizzes on Friday and Sunday. The Friday quiz will be the Harry Potters for another 3 weeks, and then I'll pick and focus on another sort of TV series, and then the following and the Sundays will be a mixture of all sorts of different things. So we'll see what we can come up with over the next few weeks. So thank you as always for your support. All you need is grab your pen and paper. It's pre-recorded, so you can take it at your own pace. If I'm going too quickly or too slowly, you can skip forward, etc. And as always, after the 10 questions, we'll give you the opportunity to pause the video, and then you can take all the time you need to make sure you've got your answers right. Okay, let's get into this then. I will increase it, by the way. Specialist quizzes from next week's quiz will go to 20 questions on the specialist. So this is the last one that we're going to have with just 10. Here we go then. People and places. Question number 1. Who wrote the book More Fool Me, a memoir? So who wrote the book More Fool Me, a memoir? Number 2, who was the first person to be made an honorary citizen of the United States of America? So who was the first person to be made an honorary citizen of the United States of America? Question 3. Now, part of this question, if by the time you watch this, when I'm recording it, by the time you watch this, this would have been on the main quiz on Saturday night, part of it. But 3 countries are completely landlocked by one other country. San Marino is one. The Vatican City is the other, but is the second one. But which other country is completely landlocked by one other country? And I should have put my phone on silent. Oops. So 3 countries are completely landlocked by one other country. San Marino is one, Vatican City is the second. Which other country is completely landlocked by another country? Question 4. May the 28th sees which country have a national holiday to celebrate its first ever nuclear test? Bit of a strange one, that one, for me when I found that out. But yeah, May the 28th sees which country have a national holiday to celebrate its first ever nuclear test? Question 5. North and South Korea share the same name for which currency? So North and South Korea share the same name for which currency? So what's the currency called would make more sense. I've just realised how that's worded. Yeah, what's the currency called? So they share the same name for their currency, it should be. But what's their currency called? Question 6. Which monarch was the main target for Guy Fawkes? So which monarch was the main target for Guy Fawkes? Number 7. The Hunchback of Notre Dame was known by what other name? So the Hunchback of Notre Dame was known by which other name? Question 8. Who was known as Hanoi Jane? So who was known as Hanoi Jane? Question number 9. Who was known as the Maid of Orleans? So who was known as the Maid of Orleans? And finally then, question number 10. What is the Welsh name for Wales? What is the Welsh name for Wales? So some tricky ones in there, some challenging ones, and a couple of easy ones I threw in there as well. But how have you got on so far? We'll give you the answers shortly, but if you need a bit more time, you know what's coming if you've been here before. You just need to pause the video now. And welcome back. Hopefully you've got your answers ready and you're keen to know how many of these out of 10 you have got. Let's give you the answers then straight away with question number 1. So who wrote the book More Fool Me, a Memoir? Well, it was Stephen Fry. Number 2, who was the first person to be made an honorary citizen of the United States of America? It was Sir Winston Churchill. Number 3, 3 countries are completely landlocked by one other country. So San Marino and Vatican City are 2 of them. What was the other one called? It's Lesotho. Number 4, May the 28th sees which country have a national holiday to celebrate its first ever nuclear test? It's Pakistan. Number 5, North and South Korea share the same name for which currency? Their currency is called the won. Question 6, which monarch was the main target for Guy Fawkes? It was, of course, James I. Number 7, the Hunchback of Notre Dame was known by which other name? It was Quasimodo. Number 8, who was known as Hanoi Jane? That's Jane Fonda. Number 9, who was known as the Maid of Orleans? So that is Joan of Arc. And finally, number 10, what is the Welsh name for Wales? It's Cymru. Cymru. Yeah. That's it. That is your 10 questions on people and places, and the last of the specialist quizzes to carry 10 questions as we increase it from next week, or whenever you're watching this, it may already been done. Thank you very much for watching. How have you got on? Let us know on social media. Our hashtag is just there along the bottom of the screen, and we do try to share as many of these out as we can. And if you are new around here, please do think about subscribing. We do the live quiz every Thursday and every Saturday night, and then the specialist quizzes will from this week on will be a kids quiz on a Monday, specialist quiz on a Friday and on a Sunday. So lots of quizzing to get you going over the weekend. Thank you very much as always for your Thank you very much as always for your continued support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much as well for your kind comments and everything over the last what has been 15 weeks as we head, as I record this, towards week 16 on Thursday night. So hopefully you can join us for that. Thank you very much. Stay safe, take care, and we'll see you soon.